Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in three, two, one.
Hello and welcome to Mzansi. It's that time, and again we had a delay because we had a glitch, as usual. I think you're gonna get used to it. Sometimes these things don't work; they require technicians. So
it was a technical difficulty.
So we had that technical difficulty that we had to deal with. Then eventually we had to pass and continue, and now we are here, and we hope that we do not have any technical glitch after this.
Hopefully no, because today I want to hear what our family has to say. Today is ranting day. It's a ranting session. So if you're able to call in, please do call in and let us know how you feel, especially regarding these new developments of Dr. Nandipha's case, as well as the new lawyer, Anton Katz, advocate Anton Katz. Abanye bathi cards, abanye bathi Katz. I don't know how to pronounce it, honestly.
It is what it is, man. We keep the chats going, and good morning to Ntogozo Nkambule.
Don't tell me it's morning already. Or maybe
sorry, man. Good morning wherever country you are. Good morning and good evening for those who are here and those who, I don't know. But it's everything. It's wish. It's a greeting from Mr. Anonymous and Emily.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening,
guys. So yeah, usually would start with a summary or something or anything. But I think the lines are just open from straight away. What do you say, Mr. Anonymous?
Yeah, the lines are open. The number is scrolling below. If you have WhatsApp, you can call through WhatsApp. We can call through, I think, the number itself. And I'm hoping that the number would allow you to call. It's not going to give you problems, because normally it does have that problems if there's load shedding. It's a greeting.
The question
from
is, do you think the judgment will go on in her favor on Monday or not? And I'm hearing a very nice balance between people saying it will, some people are saying it will not.
And on your submission, please make sure that you sort of cover yourself in glory.
Allegedly.
Yes, we are alleging here.
Allegedly. This is the home of allegedly. We were not there. We are just speculating. That's our job as the public.
So in your submission, please support.
The court of public opinion speculates.
In your submission, please support why you're saying that. You've had what the arguments that the lawyers brought. You've had them. It's time for you now to have your say and tell us what you're thinking. If you're trying to call us, the number for WhatsApp is 067 619 0343. I think I got it right, if I'm not mistaken. And then the other number, it is 071. I want to make sure 071 153 7006. And you have to, if you're an international caller, you have to put in that plus 277 code
in the place of
before
zero.
You start, and you remove 0. So the number for WhatsApp is 067 619 0343, and then for call is 071 153 7006. It's a very good evening from us, and we are hoping that you are going to enjoy this. Normally we have people who are lawyers who call here, and they give us maybe a good background. Yeah, but we're not saying we're looking for lawyers.
No,
we're looking
even
for
if you're not a lawyer, you can
anyone who's gonna say, I'm willing to put my head down. This is going against or for Nandipha. That being said, we greet you. Star Sanbonani Kaya Sobona, and then next systems, but there's systems there. Good evening, family. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, Emily.
So, Dr. Nandipha Magudumana says that she should have been informed of her deportation from Tanzania and given time before being arrested.
Yes.
Her lawyer, international lawyer, advocate Anton Katz, argued that the proper procedure was not followed. This is bothering me. She should have been told. She should have been like I'm having a hard time, Hannah, with this VIP treatment.
It's not a VIP treatment. There is a bit of a truth of what could have been the case, of what could have been done right in a correct way if really there is somewhere where, in my own feeling, and that's my own feeling, I feel that somehow we messed up, but we all want the law to take its course to whoever is responsible for what. Mzansi Reality, hello. Mzansi, hello.
Hello, Mr. Anonymous, kunjani?
Sikona se, how are you? Njani mfowethu?
Kuhle nakuwe Emily.
Hi.
Thank you. Mandi try isaqhuma. Uthetha no Khwele Sehlika, eh?
Yeah, Khwele Sehlika.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Sharp. No man. Ndicinga ukuthi I think in our country or the court, ne? Ifanele ukuthi because it look like it's a delay tactic now le ifuna ukwenzeka la.
Yeah.
Of which I don't think ikhona into sizayiluza simnika lento ayifunayo ukuthi ubanjwe ngendlela erongo. Yabo? So let her win on that one. And then we go to the real case. Yabo?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking because for me it looked like it's sort of a delaying tactic that they wanna play now here.
Akafuna get trial. Allegedly.
No. Yes, you see. So because even if let's say ubanjwe ngendlela wrong.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
Now lo muntu ubanjwe eTanzania.
Yeah.
And then iTanzania khaba funa umnikezela kubapolisi ase-South Africa. Allegedly, ne? Now obviously most xa bengakhange bafuna umnikezela kumapolisi ase-South Africa.
Yeah.
Ngokutsho kwabo from Tanzania bamnikezele kwabo bantu bamnikezele kubo base-South Africa.
Yeah.
Esizawube sisithi ke i-Home Affairs or sort of.
Yes.
Yabo?
Yeah.
But all in all, for me, if I was the judge, benzokhawuleza bengasoyimisela even uMandy. I think umise uMandy, yeah?
Yes, Miss Mandy.
Yeah, I think mna bengazomisa kwa lo Mandy lo. Bendizamkhawuleza ndimuwinise case leyo yobanjwa ngendlela erongo, and then we deal with the real case because there is no way ukuthi noba yena maybe ufuna ukuba ngaphandle or what, but there are so many things that she has done allegedly on this one. You see?
Yes.
Mna ke Mr. Anonymous dithetha like ndingengomuntu wazi umthetho, yabo? Andiwazi umthetho, ngoba semzantsi andikho semzantsi but right now.
Yeah.
Kodwa ke umthetho lo andiwazi kakuhle like 100%, andiwazi kakuhle 100%, kodwa ngoko lwazi lwam lincinci I think bekufanele ukuba ujudge amnike, because if ujudge uzamluzisa this case aza nayo. It's possible ukuthi bazayithatha bayise kwenye inkundla engaphezulu kunale, of which we will be delayed. Manibensima apho Mr. Anonymous uba kukhona enye into mhlawumbi ndawuphi nandivele as time goes on.
Okay.
Yeah, if you think of something else.
All right.
Sharp.
Siyabonga kakhulu
Thank you,
mfowethu
guys.
Sihle. Yeah.
But he does have a point there. Like, if she loses and she says appeal, because it's clear the funds are there.
Yeah.
And appeal or take it to constitutional court. It's a drag, manchi. It's a serious one. And what does that mean for the entire case? Asasi ngampela nje Nandipha uzine drama mdakabawo. This one will just have to see.
I'm trying to look at the repercussions of that. Let's say if there is that illegal arrest that happened, I'm looking at a general scenario of what could happen. In this case, the first thing, according to criminal law, would be to exclusion of the evidence. If the evidence is obtained as a result of illegal arrest, it may be deemed inadmissible in court. This is based on the legal principle known as exclusionary rule, which prohibits the use of the evidence that has been obtained in a violation of the defendant's constitutional right. If the arrest is deemed illegal, any evidence obtained directly or indirectly as a result of that may be suspended, meaning it cannot be used against the defendant in court, which is, in this case, I think we clarified this in saying that the investigation was done independently. So we look at number 2, dismissal of the charges. In some cases, an illegal arrest may lead to the dismissal of the charges against the defendant. If the arrest is determined to be unlawful, it can undermine the entire case against the individual. This is where this lawyer, if I heard him correct, this is where he was hitting. Maybe you guys just heard that part. This is where this man is saying this case must be dismissed, in a sense.
That was the SAPS advocate as well as the Home Affairs advocate.
No, those ones are not saying that. We're talking about the case itself that Nandipha is facing.
So you're telling me Anton Katz wants the entire case to be dismissed?
Yes,
no, it can't.
exactly,
no.
Exactly.
Then I must limit it.
So admitting that there was a mistake could lead to this line of dealing with the case, where we're saying the dismissal of the charges. In some cases, an illegal arrest may lead to dismissal of the charges against the defendant. If the arrest is determined to be unlawful, it can undermine the entire case against the individual. Without a valid arrest, the prosecution may not have sufficient grounds to proceed with the charges, and the court may dismiss the case. This is what we are risking. And I'm sure there is more into that as to when is this going to be the case. And then number 3, civil remedies. In addition to potential impact on the criminal case, an individual who has been subjected to an illegal arrest may have grounds for civil lawsuit against the arresting officer or the government entity responsible.
I know.
They may seek the compensation for the damage, such as false imprisonment, violation of their civil rights, and emotional distress, or other related claims.
Emotional distress, Tabanga. No, that's a stretch. That is not going to be happening. I don't see this fight ending that way. There's no way.
Someone said that could be the case. So I wanted to look at that. And now admitting that we could be wrong in arresting, or we could have been wrong while we were arresting Nandipha, where it could lead us.
from here, in my opinion, remember when we left the video
Yes.
this morning, we
Yes.
talked about how there wasn't much weight
Yeah.
of facts,
Yeah.
receipts,
Yeah.
affidavits, things that had substance. It's only Nandipha's affidavit where she has written in her lies, allegedly. That's what
But-
the SAPS and Home
But
Affairs are
don't you
calling them.
think from Usihla Senyuga's kind of admission of saying that if just give this person and let it slide and then focus on a bigger picture, don't you think you're giving
It's
him
not
grounds
gonna
to...
work. Since I know that part of information, I know she must lose this one.
Hey, don't you think you are saying that to this person? In fact, most of these things could be wrong. You are giving him
No,
that
she must
chance.
lose it because even the lawyer is good. I will not take that away from him in terms of argument. But what was he arguing on the basis of? Because literally there was nothing. There was no supporting documents. Whereas with the SAPS and Home Affairs, they've got supporting documents.
But
Why didn't he try his optimum best? Especially since there was a lawyer. They're saying there was a lawyer in Tanzania that Dr. Nandipha had initiated with an affidavit, at least from Tanzania, saying and telling us that would have added weight or something. So none of that. He focused on none of that. He just brought his textbooks and his law passages, and we must accept it because he sounds like an expert. No.
I'm hearing that we are changing the tune.
Now I'm changing the tune. As I'm changing my tune because of what you just said and what you just mentioned. She will even go into the state. How? Why? How? There's a lot of questions. Katleho Bereng's family still needs answers, and that trial that she's trying to delay and not be a part of is where those answers lie for that family. So no.
So you are saying it's okay for us to ignore the violation of Nandipha's rights because
now we have to measure the weight of rights. Whose
if
rights
they
are more
were
important?
violated,
Whose rights are more important in this case now? Whose rights are more important? Her rights or the rights of the victims of her crimes?
Zanzi Reality, hello.
Hello, Mzansi Reality. How are you guys?
We are good, and you?
Good.
Yeah, I'm good, man. You're speaking to Spura from Cape Town.
Yes, Buddha.
Yeah, no, I'm on the phone. Oh, man, I've been following these cases. This Nandipha case and the Senzo cases.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. First of all, I must acknowledge the work you are doing and to break down and great analysis you always bring for us. Because some of us, we don't get the proper time to follow these cases. We always catch up on them.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. You're doing a great job.
Thank
You
you.
know what? First, we need to acknowledge in South Africa when it comes to our security system
Yes.
and the judiciary.
Yeah.
We need to admit our police officers, judges, we lack emotional intelligence. Our police, they just said that Nandipha is here in Tanzania being arrested. They didn't mind about the procedure. They just said, here's our opportunity. Let's go there and get her.
Yeesh.
They completely forgot about procedure. Let's take emotions aside and listen what Nandipha's legal team is stating. That's the truth. Take it any improvement. They are lacking emotional intelligence. They say, here's this Nandipha. Let's go. They completely forgot about the procedure. You see that Mr. Kaswat, what? He's exposing them. Dealing with this Nandipha issue, they were lacking emotional intelligence. They were so emotional. They say, here's our time. We can't miss here. Let's go for her. Forgetting about the procedure completely. That lawyer, that advocate there is exposing everything about our police system and Interpol.
Yeah.
You see, when he's talking about the jurisdiction, yesterday I listened I think, two different analytical experts from SABC and Newsroom.
Yes.
There is this guy they call Elton Hart. They always call him to analyze this Tanzania trial and all that.
Yes.
That guy, man, is taking this step by step. When it comes to jurisdiction, we don't have jurisdiction in Tanzania. How come our cops were there to capture Nandipha? What were they doing there? That's why I said we lack emotional intelligence, guys. Those guys are failing us. They just saw that as an opportunity. There's this Nandipha, we've been looking for Nandipha in Thabo Bester. Now it's our time. Forgetting about the procedure. That is undermining the black excellence, man. Even that Baloy on that Mayua case, and now, man, that guy is a disgrace to black professionals who are practicing law. No, man, no. We need to do better, man, as black people. We need to do. There is a lot of improvement. We need self-critique, man.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to this arrest of Nandipha.
Ish.
You want to tell me all these guys who were flying all over South Africa, Tanzania, they didn't know about these things.
Sure.
Up until this advocate comes and exposes these things. You want to tell me all of them, they didn't know about these things.
Yo, now they are costing us. They are costing.
Yeah.
No, man.
They probably, some of them, I would say some of them didn't. Maybe they needed lawyers to actually deal with this thing
Advise
and advise them before they even leave.
That's where emotional intelligence comes in.
Ish. No,
That's where emotional intelligence comes. They say, okay, they were supposed to think about it. Here's the situation. Do we need legal advice or we go for her? They didn't ask themselves that question. They just went for her. And now, as things stand, Nandipha might win this case. Just watch the space.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate what you are doing about these trials, man. You always help us. Because some of us, we work long hours. We don't have enough time to catch up. You always enlighten us what's going on, what happened during the day. Thanks a lot, man.
We're trying.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've been struggling to join, man. I will contact you on WhatsApp to help me. I can even contribute 60 rand or 80 rand on kill me, man.
Thank you very much.
I will contact you on WhatsApp and Spulelo Church. Just check Spulelo Church. I need you to help me to join. I might contribute something.
Okay, cool. Not a problem.
You.
Thanks, Chief.
Thanks. Yeah.
Mariana, he has points. I mean, we should be harder on the state for this whole mess that they've put us in right now.
Yeah, we have been put, but the problem is that is this the right time to fight?
It's not.
It's not, because that compromises the case itself.
But bona hai shemai baya flop bona I know.
Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello. How are you?
Yeah.
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. Hello, sis Emily.
Hi.
I'm good. Just a small contribution, eh?
Yes.
Do you know the one person responsible for all this mess that we find ourselves in? Ngicala kusenzo miwa ngizoza kune eka Dr. Nandipha nazo zonke nje ngumuntu oyi-1 uBC.
Allegedly.
I still want
Allegedly.
Up to today, why is that man still holding that post?
Yes.
He makes the biggest mess. Remove that man and you'll see things happening. Thank you.
Thank you. Everything
Short and
said.
sweet.
It is alleged.
Short and sweet.
It is alleged. before it's short and
Allegedly.
sweet.
Allegedly. Short and sweet, but
I've got no 2 cents on that.
me too.
Yeah.
Me too. But yeah. Way.
It's scary, man. It's scary. So this Zitz man says that the decision to deport Magutumane back to South Africa, not to where she wanted to go, was taken by Tanzanian government. Now, You see, that then is not going to exonerate us. I would like to think, because we are dealing here with international law, which is not going to be an open-ended thing where you look at South Africa only and it ends there. If you say that government did that, government of Tanzania did that, they are going to ask for this government representative to come and represent here. Because if you are saying that the Tanzanian government in a sworn statement before the Free State High Court in Bloemfontein, that's secret. We are basically still admitting to that what this Nandipha woman is saying. To say that in a sworn statement before the Free State High Court in Bloemfontein, the third secretary in the SA High Court Commission in Tanzania, Neo Morong, Moreng, has reiterated the state claims that Makutumane had been lawfully deported on the 12th of April after being declared a prohibited immigrant under Tanzania. But this is not answering the issue of why was there handover.
This handing over situation, because that apparently means it's an extradition. It's no longer a deportation. A deportation, you are literally being kicked out.
Yes. We say basic, simple term, get out of my yard. I don't care where you go. Just get out of my yard.
They wouldn't even have bothered to call South African authorities. Apparently, that's the law. A deportation works like that. Just get out. As long as you're out, where you go is none of my business.
So they need, I'm hoping that in their heads of argument, because maybe this was a summarized discussion that we had, in their heads of argument, they are dealing with that issue of why was there a handover? Why was there a clear elaboration of handover? And it is not being dealt with in the court of law. So if that is the case, then we have a problem if they're not dealing with that. We will have that stigma of say, or that thing lingering in our head, which then will create a smaller space for a judge to rule against Nandipha in this case. So you are looking for evidence. Perhaps the evidence we are looking for is physical, but what these people are saying with their mouth are sort of becoming that the man was dealing with that, the word of mouth, and some of the sworn things that are down there, in a manner in which they took all these things down and reported to us. That is a proof. So the proof you are looking for perhaps is there, just that you don't want to look at it, Emily. You just want to see a physical one.
I want to see a physical one.
But there's no need for that. There's no need for that. If, for example, a minister of the police comes and say, okay, we with our intelligence and Tanzanian intelligence, they work together. That is a proof enough. That is a proof enough. So do you want more than that?
But it's the word of mouth. Okay. So he's using their proof against them. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. That's why he's saying the onus is with them. They should prove otherwise.
So it's not his responsibility per se, it's theirs. In fact, ubasha ngama statements up.
Ubasha ngamazwi apho. If you are trying to call here, our system has just went down. I don't know why. Of course, yeah, but it's up now, so you can call. Basically, this man is. I don't think that Emily, he needs to prove anything. These people are just giving away a lot of things easily to this man, and this man is using it. Yeah. And there's no taking those words back. You know when Mzansi reality, hello. Evening. How are you?
Evening.
I'm well, thank you. How are you, Mr. Anonymous? Emily, I'm loving the
Hi.
commentary, girl.
Oh, thank you. I try.
Uh, I just want, I get what everyone is saying, but I don't think some people are seeing something here.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger problem from all immigration and immigration laws,
Mm-hmm.
you can never go as a country, you can never go to another country and negotiate. No matter the country, you are not allowed to go negotiate, even if it's a prisoner. There are many prisoners all over the world who belong to different countries, and none of those people come here and negotiate. As you know, in African countries, we are more inclined to give something for something else. There was a reward issued that the BC had issued saying that if anyone says find somebody or they can identify where they are, there will be a little something for you. Why did they go and negotiate with a reward that was still on the table, come back with people, one who didn't have identification? Yes, you are saying it's a prisoner from South Africa. And yes, they gave fingerprints. We agree. But where was his identification? You guys came with nothing. You took both people back. According to immigration, you can never do that. You have to wait to understand. Even if they threw them out after 3 days, that's what Nandipha's lawyer was basically saying. Wait so that the 3 days are lapsed. You guys can either be in the country or wait at the border or do whatever you want. But you have to wait. As soon as they get out, then you act. Because you can't act with invalid information, no paperwork, commissioners and ministers flying from this way, going that way. You're negotiating, you're doing press conferences, everybody, there's even pictures. What's all the information about? And if it is proven that you really did go see an attorney in Tanzania, who then are we the liars? So now it goes back to Thabo Bester. If they find Nandipha and they say she wins on Monday, then Thabo Bester has a right to say, okay, you guys said Nandipha won, but I didn't have paperwork. Nandipha at least had a passport. I didn't have any paperwork. You guys are claiming that I'm your prisoner, and you're also claiming this person belongs to me. You're creating identification documents, information for me. All these things are being done, but you still saying I'm this person. What if I'm not? And I can prove it. So it's going to be a situation where now Bester has an opportunity to now fall in line with all these things. And all these the identifications were done after the fact. There was you guys have nothing before. When you went to Tanzania, why didn't you organize everything before? You've created a bigger mess that even immigration law cannot help you get out of. That's my contribution. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
It's very painful, but thank you. We are in denial. Some of us, we are still
So, in my own submission, what I think should have happened, there were two people. There was one that was wanted by South Africa as an escape person, as a person who escaped. There was supposed to be what we call deportation there. And then the other one was supposed to be on
extradition.
No, the one was supposed to be on extradition.
Is the prisoner?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my thinking. Because these are two different scenarios. The other one was still alleging.
To keep him in the Tanzanian jail.
Yeah.
And then organize proper extraditions.
But
we're gonna take a very
because you look at the line of defense of Thabo Bester. It's gonna be shaped by what happens in according to what is happening now with Nandipha.
That's why he keeps denying himself. allegedly through his lawyer. So they made sure they get him an ID.
Mzanzi Reality, hello. Mzanzi, hello. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good, thanks, Mr. Anonymous and Emily. Evening, guys.
Evening.
Evening. Mr. Anonymous and Ems, thank you very much again for having this show for us, man. Court of public opinion, I guess, will in some way in the future upgrade our justice system, we hope.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Just a few matters. If you look at the most recent cases, just considering the Senzo Meiwa, where the state is allegedly just covering up a few things. I'm against the state in this regard. However, you can see that we can call it maybe the money power that Dr. Nandipha and possibly Thabo Bester will have, that they are going to contest their case, which might show some loopholes in the state and how they dealt with this issue. However, I suppose Monday will let us know a bit more. But just looking at things, it's always good to see the state being challenged, just for the lack of being competent, I can say. However, I'm hoping that the Senzo matter, in fact, will result in what we all know, or what we all, the justice that we all seek. However, this one of Nandipha, trust me, as much as Nandipha and Thabo they are alleged criminals here, but I'm hoping that they will be able to show some loopholes in our justice system, which is something that we all want to see justice in our system. Yeah.
No, I hear you. I get you where you come from.
Yeah. So I'm if you get me from the Senzo matter, I was just hoping that the state, with the alleged cover-ups, something can result from that, and then perhaps the second case can perhaps be put through. It's not looking good from how things will end up from the first one. However, with the Thabo Bester case, the challenge that they have made from the onset, just to say how the extradition and how things are, it's quite interesting. It's now going to be up to the state for them to perhaps raise their game. They must leave the media alone and focus more on this trial, because I think it's going to be quite a very contested one in terms of the legalities going forward.
Yes, it should be. It should
be. Yeah. Guys, keep going. Thank you very much for the show. I'll be listening further.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, yeah.
We are here. You can call us. You can call us and tell us what you think. It was exciting
at first, because here's people who are finally challenging all of this worrisome things we've been seeing with Senzo's case regarding the state and how they do their things, So to be able to see it with people that can afford to stretch.
The question is,
the law.
As they stretch it, where are the funds coming from? I would like to think that the account that is allegedly having that amount is frozen, right? Because rightly so, we are talking about a prisoner that has a bit of fraud in it. Those accounts were frozen.
Yes. If you have done financial crimes.
I would like to believe that there is a freezing of something. Something must be frozen so that the pipe can run dry eventually.
That would be what the state actually would need to do to save themselves. Because if the river is not running dry, they will stretch. Remember, they have nothing to lose, right?
No,
both of
nothing.
them.
And look, if you have in your bank close to $1 billion, won't you use that to save your life?
I will stretch it as far as it can go. And that's what's happening right now, allegedly. And on top of that, I also heard someone in the comments in the video saying that apparently CATS charges something like 75,000 rands an hour. I was like,
that's a lot of money. But we know, we have seen bigger cases than this one. In terms of
75,000 rands an hour.
In terms of
he was
the price.
in court for how many hours? God. What?
It's a nice money. It's a very nice money. If you look at it in that way, it's a very good money. That would you let it pass if it was you? Even if they were going to arrest this person after you've just released him, would you stop?
No.
Would you?
I see a Pambili. If the river is not running dry, why not? But in the court, you can hear that, the man is confident. The man is confident. You can't take that confidence away from him.
Yeah, you cannot. The man has been in this game for long.
In my entire 30 years of being in international law, I have never heard of this. I'm like, I was very annoyed when I was watching. Let me be honest, guys. I was so like, and then, who's this? And then I had to Google him. And I actually had to find out who he is. And after Googling him, I kind of understood.
Listen to some of his argument.
I understood the arrogance.
Listen to some of his argument.
Yeah?
Saying, essentially, he argued that the Judge Lobster is bound by ruling that condemned unlawful arrest, rendition, or processing in or from other countries. He makes specific reference to 1991 Abraham case, which focused on how two men identifying themselves as South African police officers seized a South African member of military wing of the ANC in Swaziland in December 1986. Abraham was bound, gagged, blindfolded. Blindfolded and brought. Hey, this is where the blindfolding is coming from. And brought to Pretoria.
Caesar Times inspired, I see.
And brought to Pretoria and charged with treason. Swaziland did not protest this abduction. Abraham argued that abduction and rendition, I think it's rendition. Rendition violated in international law, and that trial court was thus incompetent to try him because international law was a part of South African law. He won that case, and the High Court concluded that it lacked jurisdiction to trial.
With this kind of history,
it from another state by means of the state-sponsored abduction. Makutumane is trying to use this case to have the trial against her invalidated.
So you are trying to tell me that no lawyer in Home Affairs knew about this case? Is that what you're telling me?
Not Home Affairs, SAPS. Home Affairs was dragged in this thing because of the request.
I'm particularly pointing out Home Affairs. Here's why.
Why?
They were not included. They decided, okay, we are including ourselves, right?
No, they didn't decide. It was a request from Tanzania, as they were told. We were told that was a request from Tanzania.
No, I'm talking about Dr. Nandipha's case. So you are telling me that they did not do any background on finding if there's similar cases to the current case that they're dealing with. There's no foreseeing, because for me, I feel like them using words like we are ambushed. We didn't know that this was gonna be like, you are telling me the state of international or immigration lawyers at Home Affairs is there's nobody who's at the standard of Anton Katz. There's none of that. That is what's bothering me right now, because that case is very similar to the.
So a remedy to this, at least then, when you look at what the state is saying, the state is arguing that even if Makutmane succeeds, the High Court should not block her from facing a trial, albeit on a new arrest warrant. Do you understand? So there is that hope that even if then you say, we cannot take you back, to Tanzania, we can release you and rearrest you in a new warranty of arrest. It says it would not be just and equitable for Makutumane not to face trial. Her lawyers dispute this. You see, that's why I'm saying this man has been going to that direction of he wants to actually kill two birds with one stone. So one admission can lead or open a hole of all wrongs that can be poked. And on purpose, this man is not dealing with the merits of the case at hand. He's dealing with
international law.
He's dealing with the first action that you need after concluding the case or combining all the evidence where you need to arrest. He's dealing with that.
Only.
Because he knows that there has been a lot of preparation about the case itself.
The trial.
So if he was to start dealing with that, he would need even more time. And I don't think he's the right candidate to actually deal with such issues.
There's a candidate.
There's going to be a candidate for that.
Yeah.
Who's, as we are busy dealing with this case, he's buying himself time, preparing for the worst.
For the actual trial. Sure. I am speechless, you guys. Yeah, Nandipha is dealing with the state shame. She's dealing.
So you guys can call. The main aim here was not to call, to talk.
No, it was actually to open the lines.
To open the lines so that you guys...
To enlighten us, to let us know what you think.
See a different point of view.
Yeah, and hear different
We keep on giving you some of the facts so that your arguments maybe have a solid base.
And I was very interested to see that some of the cases that Advocate Anton Kals has worked on, he has worked on several high-profile cases.
Yes.
He was part of the infamous Gupta extradition matter. Who knew that?
Was it for or against?
Kind of what's happening with the Gupta extradition.
Look, I don't want to dwell on that a lot because I see where you are going. It's a very. So
it would be interesting to know. I don't know. I haven't gotten information on whether he was for the state or he was for the actual Gupta family. I don't know. But to know that he was in that case, very interesting. That case is very high profile. Then the top international lawyer is also considered a leading expert in extradition and has appeared in all countries' superior courts on extradition-related matters. Do you hear that? All countries' superior courts on extradition-related matters. That's his area of expertise. Extraditions.
International law deals with such.
He has also been part of the Public Investment Corporation matter involving former President Jacob Zuma, Shabir Sheikh, Thales SA, and the Sekunjalo Investment Holdings. The way Jacob Zuma has so many cases, I don't even know this one. I have to research. So the advocate has only worked in South Africa, but has also handled other cases on some parts of the continent, such as Swaziland, Botswana, and Namibia. So the Cape Town born and bred lawyer has more than 30 years of experience in the legal fraternity, and he was also part of the Cape Bar before his resignation in 2020. Onje he resigned because they don't align with the Constitution. They're compromised there, in his opinion. So, yeah, he has served on many boards and committees worldwide, and he was also a member of the United Nations Human Rights Council's working group on mercenaries and has appeared in the Constitutional Court. His practice, he has appeared in the Constitutional Court. So, worst case scenario is this being dragged to there. This case being dragged today.
And that is if it is allowed to go there. And I'm saying that is if it is allowed, because we definitely almost can all sort of assume that the finances then are from these people's account. Why don't we deal with such?
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Because if really you want to cut the snake's head, if you want to kill the snake, you have to cut that head.
Hint, hint, wink, wink. I thought they would have frozen those accounts by now, but it looks like they don't even know what those accounts are. If they had to be reminded by Action SA in a written letter that there's actually we've heard or we've seen or we've heard that there is an account that has money.
Well, we cannot discount the issue of this case going to the direction of censor on purpose. Because if you think about it, it does not take any lawyer to notice that there are funds. I mean, how these lawyers are acquired, that's a question that you have to look at. How are they acquired? You know?
Didn't I hear with accused 1 to 5, especially when the application for bail for Bongantan's accused number 2, they said his accounts are frozen, did they not? Allegedly.
I think I heard something that so hence they were asking the court to intervene.
So if the accounts of Thabo Bester and Dr. Nandipha somehow cannot be frozen because apparently according to our law it has to be fraud related type of crimes or financial crimes for the accounts to be affected, why are the accounts of accused number 2 in Senzo Meyiwa trial affected like that? That is a question I have for the state. May help us understand. We are laymen here.
You are a layman who's comparing.
Get that ring, because I'm like, okay, these people, it's clear, the funds are there, okay? You can't hire a lawyer that costs 75K an hour, allegedly.
It's like funds. So the remedy would be to rule against the state and then arrest the person again. That is a remedy. But that has a potential of tainting this whole case. And it gives more power to Baxter. Because the very interesting argument is that what are you going to argue in Baxter's case? Are you going to argue deportation? Or you are going to argue extradition? And I would assume that you are going to argue deportation.
And then Ngapana, he's busy denying himself, allegedly.
If you say to Nandipha this was the deportation, well and good, it supports you. But are you going to go to Baxter and say this was also deportation, where I was not given a chance, where my rights were violated? We are talking about someone who is already in jail, someone who's already sitting there serving. They still have rights. You cannot just wake up and decide when they have decided to exonerate themselves and then you decide to take them back. You must follow the procedure.
You know, it also is making me wonder.
If they say, but the problem is that the Tanzanian did not allow the court to adjudicate on this, to say that this was the process. If they say we extradited and then upon extraditing, we then decided to take Nandipha along.
Because
Then-
she asked to be with her children.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
She couldn't wait to go back to her kids.
It will be a different story. But she was blindfolded.
No, that one, nah, I need proof. Allegedly. Okay, that one is her side of the story.
But even the judge was saying he has never had to judge on a case where it's your words against the state's word.
Then both of them, one of them has to find a way to prove so that we can believe.
Who is supposed to prove?
Both of them. Both of them. You can't say you were blindfolded and just expect that the person you are suing is going to accept that. They denied it. So now what do you have to prove that is what actually happened? Remember, you are in a predicament here where you have committed crimes.
Listen, Dogozo, this is democracy, right? We accepted it. Apparently, we didn't. I never, but they accepted it. In democracy, every person has a right. Even a prisoner has a right. It's not protection. It's your job to find loopholes and say, okay, these are loopholes that I'm gonna use it to my favor
to get out of the mess I find myself in.
Yes.
You know, it also makes me wonder that these people, as they were busy committing these crimes allegedly, Mr. Anonymous, do you think they had law references? Because when you look at how the bearing of the meal, it's almost as if that body was not supposed to be found. And it's something you would know if you are into also researching the law. As you are doing your criminals.
They were not leaving a trail.
Yes. They were not leaving a trail. And now they ambush the whole country with this whole international case all of a sudden. So I have to be curious. The mind of Thabo Bester and the mind of Dr. Nandipha works in a very interesting way. It's very interesting.
Why did it take long to arrest them? Before we even get into these problems now that we're at. They had time. They had time to pack and do all those things, and even though it was
hotels.
abruptly, but
they booked hotels in South Africa. There's a hotel. There was a receipt that was on the internet talking about how they booked into a hotel after leaving that mansion that they were staying in Hyde Park.
We are in this mess now because of that.
And apparently before they even caught them, even in Tanzania, they had stayed there for 30 days, allegedly.
In Tanzania?
In Tanzania. All this time that they were given, they were graced with so much time. It's amazing.
Until it was public pressure.
It's amazing. Why did it take so long? You know, it's strange. It's some of the questions we have as the court of public opinion. How come this took so long to officially find them and arrest them? It took way too long.
Because if they were arrested within, we will be dealing with the case itself.
Yes. So it's almost like they were given the grace of time to run away, allegedly. I'm just saying now that I look at this entire mess and the fact that they may actually get off. Why did it take so long to follow their trails, to find them and arrest them before they could go anywhere near the border? And after the news came out, why weren't the borders secured? Why weren't the borders?
We are told that they did not use I think is it the minister?
Mm-hmm.
They are not seen exiting. Were they seen exiting?
Were they even seen exiting? Pella, after that announcement that there's a criminal who's on the loose who escaped, a convicted criminal has escaped, don't you guard borders and airports and everywhere and just kubonakala kuphithizelwa nje laphaya? On the lookout.
It's something that we obviously leave it to. Guys, you can call. And while you're doing that, please subscribe, like the video. We just keep on talking because obviously we have
We
to.
are waiting for you guys to call in. Actually, that's why we keep talking. We're waiting for you guys to call us and let us know what you think. And what do you think about this entire case? Do you think it's going to go in Dr. Nandipha's favor on Monday? Or she's going to lose? What do you think? Let us know.
I'm at a stage where I don't even want to give my prediction.
Nami, I'm all over the place. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. I'm so dizzy. I was dizzy from that entire. I know it took one day to think that with somebody else it took 3 days on a very simple matter. But with this one, it's heavy and it's difficult. New information to consume, okay, new for us, but you could feel in the details of the presentations, and they didn't take much breaks, and at no point was that judge looking exhausted.
Zanzi Reality, hello.
Hello, Mr. Anonymous.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm good, thanks.
Lufate, welcome back. Hey. Mihlo Madala.
Hey, she load shedding.
Welcome back.
Hi, Batu. Yabona this case le. Mna the way I see it, uNandipha bazomrelease, probably rearrest her. But you know what irritates me? Got the whole system, the justice system and political system, everything. Asqalen phansi, constitution, everything. This is not on. No. How can kwenzeke so? It just shows there's someone up there who is behind all these things. You can't tell me ukuthi from a minister of police, abo hawks, abo ini, kube ne loopholes as so. Someone up there is behind, and imkhuphu Mr. BC allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Hi.
Because they really no.
We're just confused.
I know. Nale load shedding. Papa in Batu.
Bye.
Load shedding.
Yeah, we understand. What were we told today by the Minister of Electricity?
Minister of Electricity, Nkosi yami. Yeah, guys, I don't know whether you've seen that conference.
What did he say? He's saying that we must not charge batteries until...
Why you must not charge your inverters immediately when the power comes back.
Yeah.
You must wait for those hours at night.
Yeah.
As if load shedding is also not happening at night. But you must wait for night hours so that you can charge your inverter. Because when you charge it immediately when the power comes back, it pulls a lot of power. Yes, I've never seen such in my life. I was like, is he serious or is he joking? Is he joking?
Look, we are in this mess.
I wish you could play the clip.
But please subscribe, guys, and like the video. I just don't want to delve into that politics. I know it's politics that we know. We just listen and...
What?
Is a proper engineer that is here to stop load shedding, by the way. So if he's telling us that we don't need to charge, we must take that. We must wait for electricity to go again and then we charge. That's what is left. It's like that issue of before you get in a car, you sit down. It sounded like...
Before you get into the car, sit down.
It sounded like that. It sounded like that. No, Emily, I think we have pushed. If you guys are done calling, or if you are calling and you are not finding us, please use WhatsApp. WhatsApp is also a way, but if you are finding us using that number, find us using that number. Otherwise, from my side, I think I have exhausted everything that I needed, and it's Friday, guys. It would be nice to stay here, hearing people though saying something.
Calling, actually, their line's buzzing. Since they're not buzzing, we gotta bounce.
We've got to.
We've got to bounce.
Mzansi Reality, hello. Mzansi, hello.
Hello, good evening. So I just want to ask this very simple question, which is to say, I don't think that Nandipha and Thabo were running from SEPS. I think they know who they were running from.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not the police. And in some cases, sometimes being caught is the greatest security you can have. So I just wanted to pose that question as just like a throwing in just a spanner to say, were they running from SEPS or they were running from someone else? Thanks, bye.
No, we get you. Get you. Thank you. This is from different country, UK. You're right. If you are found wandering,
maybe it was a blessing in disguise to be found for them. Who knows?
And they know that you are safe now. Maybe. Well, it's something very scary if that is something like that.
Because
it will be very scary.
The way they are both so calm is actually scary. The blowing of the kisses. Remember how, guys, we had a problem with some of the demeanor. Like, it's not showing, it's showing relief, if anything. It's not showing remorse. It's not showing scared. It's showing, I'm glad to be back.
Zanze, hello.
Yeah, Mr. Anonymous, mikakhona ukholisa ehlika ne?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. Yazi, I think last caller before me.
Yeah.
Ubuza lento bengicinga uyibuza. Ukuthi laba uBester noNandipha ngoba sebebanjwa eTanzania.
Yeah.
Masicinge ngolu hlobo.
Yeah.
Bebebaleka apha eSouth Africa kuba bebefunwa mandibuze, that's a question to you ne. Bebebaleka apha eSouth Africa kuba bebefunwa ngamapolisa or what?
Wasn't it after
say uBester?
Yeah, I would say that.
So uBester bebaleka kuba efunwa ngamapolisa.
Yeah.
But in actual fact uBester befunwa ngamapolisa I don't want to believe that, because mna ndicinga into yokuba uBester seyoba seTanzania nje.
Yeah.
Kuba yena eyazi ukuba uBester utshile etrongweni. So uBester is dead. Mna ndicinga ngolo hlobo.
Yeah.
So uNandipha yena abengekho mos kuyo yonke lonto at that time. Yabo?
Yeah.
Now, if it may be like that, and then iyawuthetha ukuthi babanjwa njani bazonikezelwa eSouth Africa, fine, bazofunyanwa ze-South Africans eTanzania. Uba batheni bangobani? That's my question endizibuza yona.
Hayi, sizwa kahle kakhulu mfowethu.
Because I don't want to understand into yokuba that time befunyanwa eTanzania bayafunwa ngamapolisa eSouth Africa. but I don't know.
Hey, we
So
will hear.
if kodwa that time befunyanwa, because eTanzania akufunyenangwa abantu bafunwa ngamapolisa eSouth Africa, according to me. Akufunyenanga abantu bafunwa ngamapolisa eSouth Africa more than into yokuba kufunyenwe abantu abakula country ngokungekho semthethweni in terms of maybe, let's say, into ze-passports and stuff.
Yeah. Uyayala kodwa ubheka icele leyo. Kukhona ividiyo impela la ayinqaba khona hayi akunjalo.
So ubheka icele uthi kufunyenwe abantu eTanzania abafunwayo eSouth Africa.
Yeah, intelligence.
Then if that is the case, iyawuthetha ukuthi loo nto at that time uBester wayebanjwa, because xa ubanjwa naseSouth Africa kuthiwa ngoku uyabanjwa, awukagwetywa what, but if uyabanjwa ubeka ii-fingerprints, thathwa ii-fingerprints, yabo. That fingerprints, even if awuna ID or what, but ii-fingerprints xa zinophinda ziyofunyanwa kwenye indawo zizawuchaza ukuthi lo ngukhwele sehlika. Nazi fingerprints zakhe. Yabo, but akana ID. Therefore kule case ke ngoku ingathi wena ubuyithetha yento yokuba if uNandipha uyayiwina le case le sikuyo ngoku, then sizawuthini kuBester and stuff case yakhe. Indlela endibona ngayo yento yokuba yena uBester akazuba na getaway, because ii-fingerprints kuye zazithathiwe, if zazithathiwe I don't know, ngokuya wayebanjwa, ezikwaziyo ukum-identifya ukuba nguye lo, because eza fingerprints kum zidlala indima ye-ID. Yabo.
Yebo.
So yeah. Okay, sure guys, bye yini.
Siyabonga kakhulu.
Hayi siyabonga. Hey.
Let us like, guys. Let us just push to 153 on Friday. And indeed, we have many questions and we still have lines open. But let us like the video, subscribe. If you're not subscribed here, just press that like button and subscribe. And if you cannot do that, that means you don't have YouTube app on your phone. That means you are watching us, I think, through a browser.
Oh, what browser?
Yes. So if that is the case, you won't be able to like and subscribe or even join the membership. You won't be able to don't have those extras. So have that app of YouTube. Then go into that YouTube account and then like the video and then subscribe, and then you can even join the membership if you feel that you need to join the membership and contribute. Basically, it gives you those flexibilities of being able to assist where you can assist when it comes to channel.
Yeah. So guys, I thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.
I feel like now I am wrapping this up, and we will see on Monday what actually happens, what the judgment is.
We'll be here. We will deliver as usual. And the most important thing is that if we feel that there's more information, we won't deliver it live. We will deliver it the following day. Or if there is less information to consume, we'll deliver the same day.
Deliver it on the same day. We'll probably go live if they keep it short. But if it's long and I don't understand, I need time to understand.
Before I get out here, I see we have 142. That 142, can we transfer it to that like?
To the number of likes.
So that we also have like 142 likes or something like that. We beg, guys. It's us begging. We are begging you.
We are begging for likes.
And the subscribers, please
press that like button. It's very encouraging. That like button.
We are grateful to those who have pressed it. We are very grateful.
Thank you,
and
guys.
We are
Thank you.
For Zanzi, hello. Zanzi, hello.
Hello, Lufate again, Mr. Anonymous. Hayi ndifuna ukuphendula last caller.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Bebengafunwa aba bantu. Remember kuthiwa yintoni Interpol was not executed. As per i-briefing kaMotsoaledi.
Yeah.
Bafonelwe yiTanzania. ITanzania aba abantu base-South Africa.
Yes.
Abashongo into yoba nanku uBester phe i-Interpol, because if ibize ngendaba ye-Interpol ibizawuhamba the correct route, because i-Interpol ibingazuba khulula ngohlobo abakhululwe ngayo. So bebengafuni abantu bezifonele eTanzania beseholideyini bezawudlula baye apho beya khona.
Yeah.
Uyayibona. Then and uBester ebengengobester pha, ebengulabani wepassport engeyo yakhe.
Unandipha ubani yena?
Unandipha ebengunandipha ophethe ipassport. Kapheli.
Bengazu page.
No, bekaphethe nepassport yakhe.
La letter yaseTanzania ithe Nandipha Magudumane. And as passport zombini azikho stamped, neka-Bester ayikho stamped, which for me raise a question ethi baphume kanjani in the country bangena kanjani eTanzania. The only way abangayenza ngayo lento is through a chartered flight. Uyayibona loo nto e-connected kwelaa cala. Meaning ndisabuyela kulaa nto ethi there's someone up there okanye there are people up there abayi-mastermind yayo yonke le nto le. Bona bebengabaleki amapolisa nyhani because bebezipholele phaa, bayazi mos uba amapolisa ayabazi babekho in the country. Ndiyaphela apho.
Thank you. All this is alleged.
Allegedly.
We don't have any information.
Hey, but
guys, 134 Gaivala manje. Let us just press that like button. 134, just 100 of likes. I'll be grateful for that. We'll be grateful for that, so that this video can see the day and the light in the streets of YouTube.
Yes,
Let
please
us just
like
press that
the
like.
video, guys.
It will help to suggest to someone else who missed it.
Who may
I
not
see
be
we have
part of the
90
community.
likes now. We are almost getting there. 10 away from 100. That 100 will assist us in pushing us to 100 to other people and suggesting our video, and then that grows the family. Those who forgot to subscribe, please subscribe. As you press that like, subscribe, and those who want to assist in any case, join the membership. Do something, just do something about this video, and we are grateful for that. Thank you, guys. It's a bye from us.